Hey everyone, my name is Sean Knox, and I have some exciting news. But first, I'd like to share with you my personal testimony. In Proverbs 3:6, God promises, "In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths." In my life, I've either submitted to God and listened to Him and had a straight path, or I've turned away from Him and had complete chaos. I was blessed with a beautiful family. Everyone in my family I love. I love my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, my brother, my sister, everyone I love, and they love me. With that, my mom, she was raised Catholic. And so she knows God. And God taught her so much about love. And she wanted me to be raised in that love. So every Sunday was Sunday school and Mass. Having older siblings, they weren't really around. They went off to college when I was real young. And so I developed my own ways, do it myself. I'm going to do it my own way, mentality. And so every family has struggles. And in those struggles, you try to get away. Try to go do your own thing. You need a way out. So I found that going to church would take up my spare time and teach me new things. And I would have so much fun. I went to Highlands when I was 10, and that's when it all started for me. And so next I was invited to a CLC pool party. And that's where my heart started growing with CLC, and where I started digging my feet in to the church. And right after that, I was invited to winter camp. And at winter camp, I accepted Christ in my life, and God poured all of His love into my heart. Around 15 years old, I pushed more to do more of my own things. And I started wanting more than just youth group during the week. And I wanted to go out and hang out with my classmates. And looking back, I know if I had pursued God over doing the things I wanted to do, my life would be so much easier. I started to yearn to get past all of those struggles that I'd faced. Then I realized I was doing these things just to do them and not looking at the consequences. And so Chad, a youth leader at CLC, he began to reach out to me and my friends, and it amazed me how excited he was about his faith. And I wanted to be just as excited as him about my own faith. In John 8:31, God says, "So Jesus said to the Jews who had believed in Him, 'If you abide in the Word, you are truly my disciples, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free.'" Now, for the first time in a long time, I realized that I started to choose the right path. I began reading with Chad and taking in the Word, and being fed, and I was so happy. I've been so happy ever since then. And Genesis taught me that God wanted a relationship, and sin was separating us. But God set out to bring us back. In Jeremiah, God told me as an adopted son of Abraham's promise, I had purpose and a hope that God would be my God and I would be His son. I began to look back at my sins and that were holding me back. And they were holding me back from the life that I could be living. Then one night at a campfire in Santa Margarita, there was an explosion up on the hill, and Chad was badly injured, and I was lucky enough to not be injured at all. But he and I are both very lucky to be alive today. And I realized that life is so short. This event made Romans 8:28 real to me when it says, "And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose." After a lot of contemplating, I realized that I had to go and confess to Pastor Guy and Chad. Now I know I don't understand. Here's a perfect human. I'm still make mistakes. But I've chosen God's path, not my own. And now I am extremely excited to tell you about where God has set me. He set me on a path to go do a DTS in Queenstown, New Zealand. Now, what is a DTS? A DTS is Discipleship Training School. It's a 6-month-long period of intense lectures and doing outreach for 2 months and just learning who God is and how he wants to use me in the world. And in the 2 months in Papua New Guinea, towards the end of my trip, I'll be spreading God's word. I'll be saving people. I'll be letting God use me in the world. Now, it's $10,000, and I know it is a lot of money. But, I've been saving my own money. My dad has saved me money on the side from the past years. But now we have fundraisers we've started. Or at least we're going to be starting. We're going to be starting to do a wiffle ball tournament, bake sale, car washes, name it. All that. And also, you can click on the link below and you can donate right now. Thank you so much for listening to my testimony, and thank you so much for the prayers, and whether it be prayers, thank you so much for whether it be prayers or financially. Bye.